Hi, Brian Bergner here, the Daily Courier, sitting here with Northern Arizona's head coach, Ty Ellis, talking to him after today's NBA D-League draft. And, Coach, you had a couple nice selections today. Talk about your number 8 pick, Michael Bryson, and how you plan on using him in your system.
Well, Michael Bryson was a part of the Summer League, and so we feel comfortable with him. We know him. He's a shooter, and most importantly, he's a tough kid, man. He's a fighter. Mm-hmm. I think he can defend the 1, 2, and 3, and possibly 4 with certain lineups, and he can shoot it. I mean, he was one of the better shooters in college, and so I'm really excited to have him. And most importantly, he's a high character guy, and we really try to focus on that with that pick for sure.
And talk about your 2 bigs you picked today. First, Greg Mays from UW Green Bay. I mean, 6'9", 220. Should be able to help you out at a forward center position. How do you plan on using him?
Well, he's an energy guy. He's tough. He's really good around the basket, and he fights. I want my team to be kind of like I was as a player. I may not be the best player, but I'm a fight, and we need guys to compete. And he brings that consistent energy on both ends of the floor, and he's real good around the paint, and he's a really good athlete.
Talk about Ralph Sampson now. He's a big body in the middle, 6'11", 250. Yeah. He's got the NBA pedigree, obviously, with his father getting drafted in the early 80s. Right. So talk about him and how he's going to help the Northern Arizona Suns this season.
I think his length and experience is very, very key. In the draft, the pickings are slim, and we feel very comfortable that his experience will be an asset to camp and also to the team.
Talk about style of play for the Suns this year. Yeah. Obviously, you're going to mimic the Phoenix Suns, offensively, defensively, but with Sampson and a big guy in the middle like that, is he going to be able to get up and down and keep up with you guys?
Well, he has no choice. We compete, man. We fight. And hopefully at the end of the game, it's a W. But we're going to come to the arena every night and fight, and that's kind of my. I'm getting pumped up right now talking about it, but that's kind of my thing, man. I don't want guys to expect minutes. You earn your minutes. I want you to expect to start. You earn that starting position, and so that's the mindset I'm bringing personally to the staff, and that's how Earl is, And it just works great that Earl and I are similar, And after watching him and being around him, it's perfect for me.
Finally, Coach, everything's coming together finally.
Yes,
we're a day before training camp begins, physicals tomorrow. How do you like the roster overall so far as it's come together?
I like it. And most importantly, the D-League things change so much, and you never know what'll happen. But right now, I feel very confident. There's guys already in Prescott Valley, guys from the local tryout, and Daniel Alexander for one. I've been extremely happy with him, and we've got a good group of guys, high character guys, but we're fighters.
Mr. Lehman, talk about today's draft and how you felt it went for the Suns today.
Well, we're really excited with how the draft turned out. We feel like we added 4 really valuable players to our training camp roster that will help compete for spots on the team. And starting off with our first pick, Michael Bryson. He's somebody that we've had our eye on for a while. Michael played Summer League with the Phoenix Suns this summer. Really good shooting guard. We like his ability to stretch the floor. He's a great athlete, get his head down and attack the basket. We really think he can add a lot to the current group of guys that we have, and we're really looking forward to him. He was a guy that we've been targeting for a while. Wanted to see if we could get him in training camp with the Suns as an affiliate player, and he ended up going overseas to Australia and didn't work out for him there. So we're really excited about the opportunity to get him back with the organization.
Talk about your 2 bigs you picked. Greg Mays out of UW Green Bay, and then of course Ralph Sampson out of Minnesota. He played in the D League a couple years ago, and Mr. Sampson, of course, I'm talking about. He's a pretty big kid. He's got that NBA genes in him and whatnot. Talk about him and how he's going to help you out this year.
Yeah, I'll start off with Greg, our 30th pick. We really like Greg as an entire group, and what we liked about Greg was his ability to finish around the basket, bring athleticism, defense to the floor. We liked his motor. He's a high energy guy, and you know, he had a great career at Wisconsin Green Bay. You know, finished his senior year averaging 12 points, 4 rebounds, and block and a half per game. So we like what he brings. And then with Ralph Sampson, we're getting a guy that's been in the D League before. He started, I think, about 8 games last year for Maine, and played in summer league with Boston this summer. Defensive-minded big that can protect the rim, rebound, and score in the paint. So with both Greg and Ralph, we feel that, you know, we've got 2 really good bigs that can help compete for a spot in training camp and help us out during the season.